to play with no rehearsal. But yeah, bro. No. Hey, cause the devil is a lie. Hey, I'm telling you the truth. Hey, it's all in what you do. Hey, some things you gotta do. Hey, 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 hey. Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. We go live Sunday to Thursday every night. The Barbershop is where it's at, y'all. 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it's not even like the quantity, even though we do really good numbers, just the quality of conversation and the comfortability where you could just come in here and just feel comfortable, man. This is literally the voice of the culture, man. The voice of the culture, man. The Barbershop, man. It ain't nothing like it, man. And I applaud the guests that come in here and can speak their truth, because I say ain't no lying in the barbershop. We can crack jokes and talk shit, but what we ain't gonna do is lie. You know what I mean? And I fucking love that shit, man. And shout out to all the guests that's come on the past 4 months, 4 or 5 months now. It's just been extraordinary. Now let's jump into this. I don't know if this is definite or not, but it appears that it's going to be true. Canelo is going to be a free agent. Ain't no free agent. There's only one person that can afford him. It don't matter if he's a free agent, but he could go to the zone for a one-off or Golden Boy for a one-off. You guys know the logistically, right? Or I should say, yeah, logistically would be the right word. No, not logistically, but logically. Okay, now I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna toot my own horn, pat myself on the back, give myself praise, because the devil is a lie. Hey. I predicted this the day he signed. Day one, he signed the contract. I said it's impossible for them to honor an 11-fight contract. It's impossible. Can't afford it. Ain't no money coming in. And if he was making all this money, they wouldn't have left HBO. How many videos have I done on that? Canelo is still a drug cheat, still a user. It should be all that good stuff. But I want Jermall Charlo to be rewarded for, one, his loyalty to Al-Haymon, and two, his willingness to fight anybody. He said he'll come underneath a motherfucking ring. He said he'll move up to 168, 160. Just bring him. I'm a lion, nigga. And that's the one thing I respect about Jermall, man. I learned a lot about Jermall in this last fight. And the reason why I learned a lot about Jermall in terms of his maturation. Well, I don't really know the Charlos, but I've engaged with them quite often, and I'm always within. A lot of times during fight week, I'm always within like 20 feet of them or something like that. So I get to see them from afar. I've never had any interpersonal conversations ever with the Charlos outside of the 30 seconds after the interview or the 30 seconds before the interview. And I liked how he handled the we'll call it a spat with his brother. You know what I mean? I loved how he handled that shit. And because he knew it was worldwide. Once you put that WWW on it, it's worldwide, y'all. And I thoroughly enjoyed how he handled that. And he should be rewarded. Oh, I did have one conversation, which is poignant to this video. I saw the DAZN contract in the gym when Jermall was working out. And congratulations to the Charlos, man. They are now a brand now. They are officially a brand. They were budding brands and good fighters. Now they're on the verge of becoming great fighters and building a great brand. Congratulations to them for sticking to what they believe in and not wavering on just being themselves, you know. And I applaud both of them for that, for being individuals, you know. And that DAZN contract, and which was I don't know how much they're getting paid, but you know, for a working class man like me, that's a lot of money. And he had the audacity to say no to that contract, which was his loyalty to Al-Haymon. Now, I saw a rumor that said Caleb Plant is fighting him December 19th, right? No, Kennedy, don't play with the door. Okay, thank you. You got Zoom school. Go to school. Are you done? Done with Zoom school. So anyhow, I saw Caleb Plant, and this is not an indication.
indignation. What is the term? I'm not indicting Caleb Plant at all. I have a great relationship with Caleb Plant. I actually love Caleb Plant. I mean, let's just call it a buck. But Jermall Charlo has been chasing this man till kingdom come. And this is why another reason why I respect Earl Spence. He said, I don't want to get up in their business. I don't want to get up in the mix. You know what I mean? I know Jamel's at 54, Jermall's at 60, and I don't want to fight him before Jermall because he's been chasing him. And Jermall is willing to go to 68 and fight Canelo. So or they can meet at 64. But the fight can be done. All right. Let's just call a spade a spade. There's nothing stopping this fight now because he is a free agent, just like every fighter on PBC. So don't be confused. Okay. All right. Now, with that being said, Caleb Plant just became a champion. One of the greatest moments of 2018 was Caleb Plant was at the beginning of 2019 of him getting his belt, or the end of 2018, him getting his belt, breaking down for his daughter, and then going backstage and proposing to his beautiful now wife. Great scene. Honored. I went to the hotel, to the Bonaventure, to personally congratulate Caleb Plant because I knew Caleb Plant when he was just a 5-0 fighter, you know, and I have the utmost respect for Caleb Plant. So I don't want to, I'm just talking about the business of boxing and how black fighters as a whole always got to be the bigger man. All right. Canelo's first big fight, if he's going to fight with PBC, should be Jermall Charlo. Caleb Plant should fight Benavidez. Jermall Charlo should fight Canelo, and the winner fights for supremacy. That's what I'm saying. Andrade should go fight Triple G on DAZN. Y'all go over there. I know y'all gonna say, what about those guys? They not free agents. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I think that should be the protocol. I am dying to see Caleb Plant Benavidez. I am dying to see Jermall Charlo Canelo. I'm dying to see it. And I think we deserve it as fight fans. You know what I mean? No longer should we sit back and say, your money and your business is more important than my money and my business. All right. We already see what the WBC is doing. We already saw what Golden Boy and DAZN made a backroom deal to get Canelo, unbeknownst to him. We seeing what the sport of boxing did to Deontay Wilder, you know, and the sport of boxing will always support the sport of boxing, the business of boxing, excuse me. And it's time that, and this is why we have independent media outlets, you know what I mean? And now it's time to hold PBC to the fire. You have all these black fighters for what reason? And that is so they can reap the rewards of having black representation. And black representation should suggest that Jermall Charlo deserves a Canelo fight. And Caleb Plant and David Benavidez on the other bracket. We got the final four, y'all. We got the final four. And we can get all this within a year. December 19th, Jermall Canelo. January 19th on the 3-day weekend of MLK, no pun intended, but it's a 3-day weekend. You know, you can get the fans out here. They get an extra day to enjoy the city where the fight is, probably in San Antonio. You got Caleb Plant, blah, blah, blah. Cinco de Mayo. If Canelo and David Benavidez win, you go Cinco de Mayo. If Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant wins, you go Juneteenth. Simply put. Is that fair? I think that's more than fair. You know, these are two fights that's been brewing for over a year now, minimum a year, because you got Caleb and David Benavidez. They've both been champions simultaneously. And David Benavidez will make weight to be in this tournament. They did it to Andre Ward. They made Andre Ward do it. You know what I mean? So let's get this shit going, y'all. Let's get this shit going. I remember at the I don't even want to say their name, at the convention. It's not about the belts either. It's about who's the best. Jermall Charlo told Bernard Hopkins, I'll fight him. He was saying, I'll fight Caleb Plant. I'll fight Benavidez. I'll fight. So he'll move up to 68 to make these fights. That's not even a question. Jermall Charlo is as good, if not greater, fight at 68 as he is at 60. He proved to me he's a hell of a fighter. tactical, discipline, great balance, great base, great understanding of how to fight with and behind a jab. I mean, his balance has just gotten so much better, man. Like once he learns to really commit to fighting and boxing off of that pivot, sheesh, when he pivots, oh my gosh, that exit left hook. Oh my God. Once he learns that, then follows up with the right hand or turn that left hook into a jab. Oh my God. Coming off that pivot. If he can get all that shit, Ronnie Shields doing a good job with him, man. You know, I mean, shout out to Ronnie Shields, man. And this is just what I personally believe. It's time for Al Heyman to prove his worth to us. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather danced around and we didn't get the fights that we truly wanted it when we wanted it. And we wanted that, and we were okay with it because we knew that's what it took to be the head honcho. We knew in order for Floyd Mayweather to win, if Al Heyman wins, in order for Al Heyman to win, Floyd has to win. Talking about the business of boxing. So Floyd Mayweather was a trailblazer, pioneer, and now they got to start leveraging their power. Floyd Mayweather said if he was in the 60s, he would have been Muhammad Ali. So now it's time for Floyd Mayweather and Al Heyman to form Voltron and say, fuck it. You know what I mean? No more Leo Santa Cruz ice skating through boxing no more. No more of that shit, man. No more of that shit, okay? No more. And that's what I would like to see, you know? But obviously I'm not in control. And this is just on some bullshit, man. It's just simply some bullshit. How we always got to be the bigger man. How always we got to say, oh, you're next. How many times have we heard you're next? It's just what I believe. Is just what this smart middle-aged black man thinks and feels. This has no, and I know Caleb Plant may hear this video. It's not. I love Caleb Plant, and I don't want this to be misconstrued. But Jermall Charlo has done everything in his power to become a world. He's done everything possible. And I'm not putting Canelo on a pedestal or nothing like that. But if we going to do this, if that's going to pay him, I think we should be men at the end of the day. I genuinely think we should be men. Just like I think no one should fight Benavidez but Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant deserves that Benavidez fight. It's just what I believe. You know what I mean? So there you have it. And it's just what I believe, man. So anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. And I'm interested to know what you guys think in the comment section. I'll holler at you guys. And don't forget, join the Patreon too. I got some videos coming this weekend. Join the Patreon. And I just sat in this chair and realized I haven't done any boxing videos all week. It's about like some lone standing boxing videos. So I'll get back on my BS. You know what I mean? I'll definitely get back on my BS. We got Dylan and Devin fighting this weekend. Dylan's fighting in Philadelphia. Devin's fighting in Miami, Florida, Seminole Casino. And we should see impressive performances by both. So Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Talk to y'all soon. And follow me on Instagram. Y'all see it. Silent Heroes, man. I'll holla. Peace.